Alright, so I wanted to do something just a little bit different on the channel today. I want to do a little segment called Is It Worth It? And in this segment, we're going to look at like the collector's editions or special editions of items that are coming out and see if they're worth grabbing. I mean, obviously, like most reviews, this is going to be based on opinion because it's ultimately going to be up to you to decide what's worth it. But I've noticed there's quite a few people who just go and get the special edition for no good damn reason, other than I guess they have money to burn. So this is kind of to help you on making a decision. Now, this segment specifically is going to be on Monster Hunter World for the PS4, that collector's edition, but in showing like whether or not it's worth it, we're going to be talking about two other special editions as well. And so now let's go ahead and jump in. So Monster Hunter World for the PS4 is coming out on January 26th here in the US, and it's going to be $60 for the standard edition game. Standard edition obviously just comes with the game, and if you pre-order it, you get like a few extra bonus items depending on like where exactly you're pre-ordering it from. But mostly it's just cosmetic stuff. You don't pay any extra, so that's very nice. However, looking at this collector's edition from GameStop, we can pay $150 for some extra stuff. The extra stuff is, of course, cosmetic DLCs, a rather large black empty box. Well, not empty box, but empty of art. Just a black box that just says Monster Hunter World across it. Another large black book that is going to hold art in it of the game. A black, fairly unimpressive soundtrack, and then a statue. And if you look at the description of the statue, it's labeled as being 5 inches, which is pretty disappointing. I mean, seriously, if you look at this in the picture, it's not even as big as the PS4 case. Now, if we look at what's listed as coming with it, it says the box. It has obviously the box comes with the standard game. The Nergigante statue, I believe, is what's called. That's one of the monsters. Apparently, it's not the monster on the front cover because this thing seems to have a bit more spikes and stuff. It's really hard to tell what it's going to look like because there's no good pictures of the statue or even the collector's edition, really. There's the 32-page art book, the digital soundtrack, and the DLC card comes with a samurai set, 3 gestures, 2 additional sticker sets, so I guess there's going to be stickers for something within the game, Wyvern face paint. We get Wyvern face paint, and then a top knot hairstyle that nobody's going to use. So yeah, all of that for $150. So the biggest question, of course, is it worth $150? Well, first off, you got to think of, $150, that price specifically. That price is over double what the game usually goes for. It's $60. So obviously, double $60 is $120. So for more than the price of 2 brand new games, you just get this one collector's edition. Looking at all the stuff in it, doesn't really look that impressive. But also, I'm really confused about the $150 price tag for this collector's edition. So, now going over and looking over at Dragon Ball FighterZ, this is another game coming out into the near future. And just like Monster Hunter World, I'm pretty hyped for it. Honestly, I'm super hyped for this one. I'd be more hyped if there was, more characters in it, but it's a fighting game, so they'll probably fuck us and give them all to us on DLC for way too much money later. Now, going on and looking at the collector's edition, this one comes with, once again, a very unimpressive big black box, although the box looks quite a bit bigger. And looking at the statue, I'm going to guess that's quite a bit bigger too, because the statue on this one is 7 inches instead of the weak, 5 inches. Obviously, in the picture, they're trying to make it look a bit more impressive, but either way, it is a bigger, fuller statue, which is nice, because that's where most of the price is coming from, in all honesty. Second off, we have this really freaking amazing steelbook look, which I just absolutely love steelbooks. They're amazing to display. Also comes with obviously the standard game, which looks like it has also a very unimpressive cover. And then lastly, it's going to come with 3 artboards, one of which has been revealed and 2 of which we have no clue about. Also something that's very nice to display. I mean, really, with all this one entails, it looks like it really is truly a collector's edition. Like, it's stuff for you to display and to show off that, you got this game and you got the collector's edition and you love this series. But then we go up and look at the price, and this one happens to be $140. Huh. Not only does it seem significantly more impressive than the Monster Hunter World's collector's edition, but it's a whole $10 cheaper? Seriously, how did this end up happening? Now, looking a little bit even further back, we can go to Ys 8. That's a game that just recently released, and it was, $60 on PS4, and if you saw my review, I don't think it's really worth that. But its collector's edition sold for $120. And despite the box being smaller than I thought it was, and it not really having that impressive of artwork on the actual box itself, I feel like it was worth the $120 price tag. I was pleasantly surprised with the stuff in it, and honestly, it seems like they gave you quite a bit more than you would really expect from a lot of these collector's editions. I was overall impressed with what Falcom included into their bundle, and so I am more likely to get their bundles. However, maybe not with the Ys series again. Anyways, moving back to our Monster Hunter World's Collector's Edition. As mentioned, I'm pretty unimpressed with the things included in it. I think their statue size is pretty meh, the box itself is poop, and even the stuff inside of it doesn't look like they put much effort into it. All in all, I feel like you're pretty much paying triple the price just for a tiny little toy, which I can't even see if it's cool or not, honestly, from the pictures that they include. So clearly, I'm gonna have to say, it is not worth it. Honestly, I think that this is inherently a problem with American video games. Charge way too much for broken games, or games that they chopped up and just really don't give a shit about. I realize that, Capcom, which is releasing the Monster Hunter Worlds, is a Japanese game, but they seem to fall for those, Americanized practices a lot more than other developers as well. I mean, just look at a lot of the shady shit they've done with the Resident Evil series. But one more thing I wanted to include on this little video is that Monster Hunter World has their own PS4 Pro they're launching. And if you look at this thing, it is gorgeous, it is amazing, like, I definitely want this thing. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be a Japanese-only release, but, you can just go to PlayAsia and order that. Also, another big deal about it is it doesn't actually release with the game. It is going to release before the game, though, in December 7th. So if you know any Monster Hunter fans, this would make an excellent Christmas gift. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. It's going to be launching at 49,980 yen, which roughly translates to $448. It doesn't look like this is going to get an American release, but you never know. They could still do it. Maybe they'll do it around the time that the game actually launches around here. Either way, this is one of my favorite special edition PS4s. And while 448 or 500 American, which was what it might actually release here in America itself, it is a bit pricey, but at the same time, I know that scalpers are probably just gonna, buy the shit out of this stuff and try and sell it for, double and triple the price online. So if you do truly want this, it might be worth it to grab it as soon as it comes out for pre-order. Like I said, keep your eye to PlayAsia. Anyways, that's going to be all for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Be sure to let me know if you found it helpful in the comment section so I know, whether or not I should make more of these videos. You help me, I help you. Feel free to hit that like button so I also know that you liked the video. be sure to subscribe so you can see even more. But most importantly, people, don't forget to take care of yourselves.